military commander of an area or country has unlimited authority to make and enforce laws. May I remind you that you Israelites out there, whether you believe the truth or not, you're the main enemy of the top wicked elite of Esau. You're the main enemy. So their 10 soldiers are coming for you. They're coming for you. And you will bear witness to this. You will see this. When the bullets start flying and destruction start happening, your dirty bombs go off. Look up the term dirty bomb. The chaos that the top wicked elite have planned. When it starts going off without a hitch, you will see the destruction. That's when you're going to learn to fear the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, because it's really the Heavenly Father doing it on the left-hand side. Psalm 124 and 3. Then they had swallowed us up quick when their wrath was kindled against us. Then the waters, martial law troops, they're going to come in like waters. Same way they did during the time of the fall of Jerusalem. You had the Roman soldiers, they came in like waters. Okay? Then the waters had overwhelmed us. The stream had gone over our soul. Then the proud waters had gone over our soul. Blessed be the Lord, Yahweh Shai, who have not given us as a prey to their teeth. See? As a prey to their teeth. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare. Who is this pertaining to? The elect. See, in those days, that's when it's going to be known who the elect of Yahweh Shai is, because they're going to be protected. But the ones that are not part of the elect, they're going to, especially here in America, they're going to be caught up in the destruction, judgment. Okay, our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken, and we are escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord. What's his true name? Yahweh. And his son's name is Yahweh Shai, who made heaven and earth. There you go. That's a beautiful song. Let's get back to the video.
They're going to be implementing travel restrictions. They're going to have checkpoints.
So let's go. He's dropped. Let's bring it back. I love it. He's dropped it. This is the future America. Okay, and I believe that's going to kick off during the fall, maybe next month, October. Now I remember years ago I read this concerning the wicked elite, the Illuminati. October is their most. They use the word propitious month. Propitious, I believe the word was. Now let's look that word up. Okay, let's look that word up. Let's see. What should I do? I don't want to use that Google page, so we're going to do this. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to use Chrome here. What definition for propitious? Definition for propitious. Yeah,
Propitious.
propitious, right? Given or indicating a good chance of success. Now, like I said, I can't tell you where I actually saw that piece of information, but it was one of those. This was years ago. This had to be more than This had to be more than 10 years ago, because we've been talking about the Illuminati on this, GMS Great Millstones, going back to 2000. Well, when we first came on YouTube, we were talking about it, but hot and heavy around 2008, 2009. We were making all kind of videos. You brothers that were back there that are still around, you remember that. And like I said, I read that piece of information from one of those pages, Illuminati pages, and it said October is the most propitious month. Yeah, wait a minute. Propitious month for the Illuminati, October. Okay, so what month are we approaching, people? Next month is October, so look for drastic changes in the month of October. Okay, not to mention Halloween comes in the month of October. That's a high holy day, a satanic high holy day for the top wicked elite. Okay, so it says, given or indicating a good chance of success, favorable See, timing for such a meeting seemed propitious. Okay, favorable, disposed towards something. So their most favorable month is October, which takes place in the fall. Keep that mind. Keep that word in mind. Fall. Will the fall of America begin this fall? You have to wait and see. Really,
they're going to be
really we hope so.
now, and they can target. There are 2,000 national governments right now, and this is a battle. Actually, there's kind of a now, and they can target any city they want, and this will be the way that they declare martial law and they implement their agenda. They're going to be implementing travel restrictions.
Implement their agenda. What is the agenda? The enterprise, the world order. There you go.
They're going to have checkpoints. All these things are on the table, and we need to be getting ready, and we need to be getting prepared right now.
A man shall desire to go to the city. You just heard him say they're going to have checkpoints, right? No. This takes us back to 2nd Esdras 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You just heard him say they got the armies logistically spread out through the cities, waiting for that right catalyst to totally declare martial law. But because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. There you go. This guy, he's dropping it for you.
We need to be getting prepared right now because they just rolled out more troops on the streets. And this is a federal emergency, by the way. These are federal troops by Biden himself being sent out. Sorry, the Biden administration is sending these troops out, and they actually have around 3,300 personnel out right now working on this, and it's kind of a battle. Actually, there's kind of a internal battle going on between the federal government and the state governments right now, and this is not good. Right, they are collapsing America from the inside out, and they are using this to collapse our cities. These are some of the biggest cities in
collapse our cities. The cities shall be troubled. Did we not just read that in the prophecy? There you go, man. This is a time where we have to be extremely vigilant and have faith like we've never had before. Okay, because like I said, and I'll say it again, it's gonna get wild out here. Okay, it's gonna get wild out here.
America are being collapsed and run down, and now this is spreading. This is spreading to more cities, and more troops are on the streets, and we are having more emergencies. All right, so you need to be getting prepared.
It's funny he said that. Have you noticed, if you've been paying attention, usually, the emergency broadcasting, that emergency broadcasting message. I've seen it. You know how you're at home and you're watching television, and all of a sudden that warning comes on your TV that they play that signal. Well, I've seen that happen sometimes 3 times a day. Okay, so they're getting ready to do something major. Okay, I think it's called the emergency warning from the emergency broadcasting system. Then he'll say if this had been an actual emergency. They used to say they don't even say anything anymore. They'll just play the signal and just go right back to your regular programming. So that's an ominous, I believe the word is ominous sign. Okay, that's an ominous sign. If you've been paying attention, we're in the time of being vigilant. Okay, something heavy. Hey, like what was that book by Ray Bradbury? Something wicked this way comes. Okay, getting ready to be spicy and juicy.
You need to be getting your family prepared. You need to be getting your family ready. You need to be getting out of these cities. But
we need to be getting spiritually ready. That's the only recourse of action we have. Trust in the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Shai. Trust in the faith of this knowledge, this truth. That's the only recourse of action we have. Okay, you just heard him say, what did he say? Get out of the cities. Let's bring this back.
Emergencies. All right, so you need to be getting prepared. You need to be getting your family prepared. You need to be getting your family ready. You need to be getting out of these cities. But even these small towns, they can target them, and they have been targeting them, and they can essentially send this operation to these small towns as well and overwhelm them and essentially force them to declare martial law as well. So this is a battle. This is a battle. And the federal government is deploying troops not to make this better. They're deploying troops to make it worse, and they just deployed 800 more. They already had 2,500 there. Now they're deploying 800 more troops on top of this and federal personnel to make this situation actually worse. Believe it or not, they have our National Guard and our military working right now. I know this sounds insane.
Again, they shall be as madmen, sparing none. That's in the Apocrypha. It's the prophecy.
But this is what's happening. They have them working right now to make this situation a lot worse, and they're admitting it. And there's proof of it, and we're going to show all of it. All right, there's a battle. There's state National Guards being deployed, trying to stop this problem, and then there's federal Army and Guard being deployed that are making the problem worse. There's a battle. They are both getting opposite commands, and they are working against each other right now in the United States of America.
There shall be sedition among men. Just read that.
Okay, and this is getting bad because this is going to hit home. This is going to come to your city. Your city's going to feel this and potentially could have a martial law scenario. This is already happening for millions of people right now. They have troops on the streets. Thousands of troops are on the streets of America right now, and even more just got deployed. All right, and they're not here to make it better. They're here to make it worse. All right, so we need to be getting prepared, and this is how it's going to be. All right, we're not going to be able to just depend on the federal government to swoop in and save us from the situation. We are on our own, and we need to say no, and we need to put pressure on our state representatives to stop this. Right, to stop.
And the state representatives, they're in bed with the federal. Okay, it's just an illusion. At the end of the day, the top wicked elite, they want everyone totally controlled and chipped under this martial law. Plus, they want to bring something called the culling, which is to reduce the population. They feel there's too many people. So basically, I'm going to end the video there. I mean, you've heard what you really need to hear, and then this should get you prepared in your minds for the storm that's coming. Remember, years ago, Alex Jones, he did a lesson called Terror Storm. Okay, Terror Storm. So that's what's coming. The storm is coming.